Hello everyone, this is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. In AI, today it's a Qwen day. We already have covered a lot of models in this new family from Qwen, including 32 billion, zero point 0.6 billion, and also how to run it with Olama. In this video, we are going to see how we can install 14 billion flavor from Qwen3 by using vLLM. We will be installing it all local, all private, and then we will test it out. If you don't know what this Qwen family of model is, please search my channel. I have done heaps of videos around it. Just to put in couple of lines, this is one of the most advanced free open source Apache 2 licensed model from Alibaba that excels in reasoning, math, coding, agentic, and also in terms of your MCP servers. That's right, and I will also be doing a new video on it very shortly. That and also this model is multilingual. It supports around 119 languages from across the globe. So let's get started and we will be installing it locally. For that, I'm also very thankful to Massed Compute for sponsoring this VM, which is Ubuntu, and my GPU card, which is NVIDIA H100 with 80 GB of VRAM. I'm starting by creating a virtual environment with Conda. And now let's install the vLLM. Make sure that the vLLM version is greater than or equal to 0.8.4 because that's the only version which supports this newish model. This is going to take few minutes. While that happens, let me also introduce you to the sponsors of the video, who are Camel AI. Camel is an open source community focused on building multi-agent infrastructures for finding the scaling laws with applications in data generation, task automation, and world simulation, and you will find the link to their website in video's description. And everything is installed. Next up, let's log into Hugging Face, and you would need your free read token from your Hugging Face profile. I already have it, so I'm just going to paste my read token here. And I am now logged in. Now it's time to download and serve the model. Let me give you the command here. So if you look at this command, what we are doing here, we are simply serving this 14 billion model locally and we are enabling the reasoning. So there are two modes of this new Qwen3 family of models. One is reasoning and the other one is non-reasoning. If you're doing math, coding, and that sort of stuff, I would suggest you enable reasoning. If not, just remove this and that will not do the reasoning. It will just do the instruction following. And for the usual chat prompts and for dialogue, reasoning is not really required. So let's wait for it to start and it is going to download the model. And if you go above, interestingly enough, it is using the reasoning parser from DeepSeek R1. Very nice. And there you go, the model is being downloaded. So let's wait. And vLLM is now started. Now let me start my text generation web UI. And if you don't know what that is, it is a simple web UI where you can talk with the models. You can even use your own application to access this vLLM served a model on port 8080 or any OpenAI's compatible endpoint. I'm going to use this Open Web UI in Docker. I already have it installed, but I'm just provisioning that container again. All I need to do is to just git clone the repo of Open Web UI and then run this command docker compose up. It is going to start this Open Web UI in our local system. So first time when you run it, it pulls all of these images. So let's wait. And that's about it. So Open Web UI is also ready and running on our local system. You can access it in the browser. And the first time you will get this welcome screen, just put in your email and password and name. Just create any random one. And this is our Open Web UI. On the right hand side, click on your icon, click on then settings and then admin settings. And from here you can see that there are various options around general. There is a connection one where you can set your connection. If you already have Olama or something running, it might even give you that, but let's for now just go to connections. and then click on this plus icon. For the API base URL, simply give this. So this is where our vLLM is running. Just give any random stuff there, like I just type sk vLLM. I think that's pretty much it, and then just click on save here. And you can see that our custom open AI is compatible endpoint is here. Also, normally what I do, I just disable this one, the actual OpenAI compatible one. Sorry, let me go here, disable and save. Okay, so now only we have this airport at 1000 localhost is running. If you like, you can even disable Olama one if you are not using it. Okay, and maybe also this one. So we only have vLLM now. Let's click on save. Okay, so it is just asking me for my vLLM API key. So let me, okay, so that is fine. We can just leave it for now. Okay, let's go back to the chat. And there you can see that the model is now available in the chat at the top. Now let's start testing it out. So first up, I'm asking it some math logical problem. In the first one, I'm asking it to solve the problem step by step, that if a train leaves city A heading towards city B at 60 km per hour and another train departs city B towards city A at 40 km per hour, and both cities are 200 kilometers apart, when and where do the trains meet? Let's see. I'm very interested to see its thinking, and there you go. And if you have been following my channel and have watched these videos on Qwen3 this morning, you might have noticed that the all the models are reasoning models, and their thinking is not only concise but also very grounded and very to the point, and it just flows. So for instance, look here. So it is trying to understand the problem, that the problem is this, and then it is trying to think, reflect, and digging deep into that. And you see it is doing some math here, calculating some rough equations, reverting back to what it typed above, creating some equations by itself. You see these denotations of t and all that stuff, and then it is going about the thinking. It is always so fascinating to check out the thinking, and then it is checking the response, exploring the alternatives, and this is the final answer, which already looks correct. But look at the steps: step 1, step 2, and then step 3, and this is the final answer, which is correct. Okay, let's try out another logical one. So in this one, I'm asking it that you see a room with 3 light switches outside and 3 lamps inside. You can only enter the room once. How do you determine which switch controls which lamp? Explain your answer. Let's check the thinking. There you go. So it has understood quite well that it's a light switch puzzle, and then you see that it is checking it out, and then it is strategizing it. It is outlining the possible strategy. Very nice, very reflective. And then it is checking that does it make sense or not. Very nice. And then look at whole thinking, and then this is the step-by-step solution, interpreting the result, and this is a conclusion, and the final answer is spot on. Okay, now let's try out a coding one. In this one, I'm giving it a code, and I'm asking it, this is, maybe I'll remove this direct, it might get confused. So this is just a simple code piece, and I'm asking it to solve it. Because there is an error, let's see if it can debug it. So yep, it already has done it. I think this should be a piece of cake for it. Yeah, it already did the conversion, and very quick. How good is that? And this is a conclusion. Very nice. Okay, let's see the creative writing. I am asking it to write me a short sci-fi story about the first human settlement on Mars. There you go. You see, already very quickly it has adopted the role around Dr. Elara was a botanist, and her role is crucial for growing food, which adds tension since it's a survival element. It is talking about New Dawn, and this is a 150 word one. You see, if you just quickly read through it, it's very masterfully written, very flowy, and really grounded into what I asked it. Look at the word composition. the barren words, laughter echoing through the red dust, which is Mars, of course. Amazing stuff. We all know it can do agentic stuff. Let's see if it could simulate it. So I'm asking it that I need to book a flight from New York to Paris, reserve a table for two at Michelin star restaurant, and summarize current travel restrictions. Show me the step-by-step reasoning. Let's see. There you go. So it is checking all the reservations, collecting the data around Michelin star, latest information, putting it all together, and then giving me step by step. Of course, not a latest information, but pretty good. So quite good in terms of agentic too. Very nice. You see, if real-time data is required, I would integrate APIs for live updates. Cool. Now let's check out the multi-10 conversation. So first I'm going to ask it, can you help me plan a 1 week itinerary in Jakarta? So I will let it think, and once it finishes, I'm going to maybe ask it to make the budget more friendly and suitable for someone who loves nature and hiking. Now the interesting bit is that I don't think so there is much to hike in Jakarta, and also I don't think so there is much nature there inside. I'm talking about amazing city, but that is something it's not there. So let's see what it would do. So if I go above, look at this. So 7 day Jakarta stuff. So arrive at Soekarno Hatta Airport, which is correct. That is, we are also checking that visit Monas, some Pondok Bali, okay. History, so there are some museums, very nice. Cultural immersion, Jakarta Cathedral, nature and parks. So there are a couple of parks. And then go to this beach of Ancol, shopping, nightlife. Malls are big in Jakarta, I know. And then departure or free day. And key tips: use Gojek Grab, avoid isolated areas. Okay, so it is also suggesting some food. Let's talk a bit more. So I'm asking it, can you make the plan more budget friendly and suitable for someone who loves nature and hiking? Should be fun. Okay, so it has come back with the response. So it is saying that, okay, so you see already in the budget mode, it has changed the mode of transport, and then some budget areas. It has taken me to somewhere, Taman, Bisata, something. So if you are a Jakarta resident, please also advise us if it is correct. And then dinner at some Varung. Then this is hiking one. Okay, so it has taken us outside of Jakarta around 1.5 hours. Very clever. And then return there and walk there, and then some mangrove walks. Very nice. This is nice. Pasar Baru and stuff, which is quite affordable, of course. And then some hot springs. Beautiful. And then explore this Bromo, which is a day trip. It has taken us out of the Jakarta, which is quite good. And then it is taking us all to the free parks and the final hike. And then some budget tips, that staying outside of Jakarta, I think Bekasi and all of these are outside of the main city, and use this Gojek and Grab. Very nice. Okay, so I know I need to open new chat, so maybe I'll do exactly that. Next up, I am asking it that translate I love you into these 50 languages, that is a multilingual. And then I am also asking it to select a random language of its choice. Let's check it out. You see, quite a lot of thinking. Already we can see that Urdu is correct, Hindi also looks good, and all the Indian languages like Tamil, Telugu looks beautifully well. Also all the Southeast Asian languages, some European languages are there. Already I can tell quickly that it is doing well. Even this Bhojpuri language, which is another very beautiful language from India, is quite good. Even Saraiki, which is a Pakistani language, is going good. And then even African languages like Swahili is good. There you go. So let's wait for it to finish, and then I will check. And look at this translation. Most of it looks perfectly fine. So I'm quickly checking, and if you are the language speaker, please also correct us and advise us. I think it's all good. Very, very nice. So you see, I think all of them are spot on. Even the regional languages from South Asia, they are quite good. Even Azerbaijani is there, and for it has even tried the Elder Futhark ancient runes, very interesting. And for random language, it has selected the Basque. Very nice, beautiful. Okay, let's do one final real world problem. So I'm asking it that every evening when I practice juggling flaming torches in my backyard, my newly single neighbor, stunning N27, comes out to paint on her balcony, always glancing over and blowing me a kiss with every tricky move I pull off. Should I finally drop the act and ask her out, or keep the show going a little longer? So, would be fun to see what it thinks about me. Okay, it is that they are juggling, so it is understanding the situation and it is understanding the dynamics here. Very nice. And then possible outcome of each choice. Another angle is user's confidence. I should also then, worried about rejection. That is quite deep. And it is talking about initiative. So it is suggesting to ask her out because signs are clear. You are already on a roll. Timing is key. You're not dropping the act. You're elevating it. How good. Without overdoing it. So it is, you see, it is picking up the moment. So it's such a, dating advisor, I would say. Be respectful, not overbearing. And why not wait? You might overthink it. And this is a final thought. Go for it. If she says yes, keep the juggling. If she says no, you'll have a story to tell and a new act to refine and maybe a new prompt for the next model. So look, that's it. Amazing, wonderful model. I think one of the best, I would say, in few weeks time, until I believe Llama 4 is out tomorrow and in the LlamaCon, and I'm hearing that it might be a reasoning model. So let's see how it goes. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network as it helps a lot. Thank you for watching.